All right, give it a couple minutes. I don't even think it started yet. All right, I think it's officially started. Nobody's here yet, so we'll give it a minute. Started this one kind of like a little while ago, just last minute. Decided I would do another live. Why not? But yeah, we'll give it a minute for people to show up. Hello, hello. Is anybody there? Maybe YouTube didn't put this one out. You need a longer notice, I think. Well, we'll give it a few minutes. I'll see what happens. I know Chaos Theory is up in here. I'm sure he'll find his way back. And yeah, we're live. We're live, but nobody's home. No, somebody's home. There's nobody here. Tappity tap tap. There's a lot going on. Yeah. I noticed a lot of lives tonight. A lot of things going on. So we'll see what happens. Maybe everybody's caught up in other lives. We'll see. We'll see. Current viewers 1. Welcome to the chat. How goes it? It is another day in paradise. Another storm shoveled out. But how is everybody doing tonight? Hopefully awesome. Well, we'll get this going. Justin Ronan, what's happening, my man? How you doing? It's another live. Kapow. How'd your day go, my man? Yeah, I don't know. I think there's about a 2 minute lag on here or something. It's kind of crazy. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Chaos Theory, what's happening? Yeah. Where are all the ladies at? I don't know, my man. I don't know. They're probably sleeping. Mrs. B's sleeping. Women tend to sleep a lot, at least from my observations. They're like solid 8 to 10 hour a day sleepers. Got to respect that though. Yeah, I took like a 2.5 hour nap this afternoon. Um, yeah, I haven't slept much at all this weekend, well since this weekend, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, it's just been straight through for me, but I'm not gonna complain. Keeping busy. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying keeping busy. So, and in fact, when I'm done this live, I'm gonna go finish out the drive, and then there's a huge snowbank. So I'm gonna put a little shelf on there for the recycling, make it a little easier for them to pick up the recycling. Just another day of knuckle busting, wrench turning. Yeah, I hear you on that, Justin. Yeah, I yeah, I got like soft hands now. My days of beating up my hands for the most part are over. But yeah, I used to always be all calloused up from parachute lines and packing parachutes, and slide your hand along a sharp grommet or something and cutting it. Or but yeah, that's why outside of work I always wear gloves. Sorry, I was trying to get my damn broker off the phone. He wouldn't shut up. Oh, he wouldn't, or I wouldn't. Yeah, I know how that goes, man. I feel for you. So yeah, anybody do anything exciting today? How was your day, Chaos? I guess Justin was busy working, so kudos to that. Um, yeah, I've just done a whole bunch of shoveling. I've been cranking out some shorts, posted some shorts. If anybody is into watching shorts, we've been dropping a couple a day now. I'm gonna just keep grinding it and try to appease to the algorithm and get things back on course here. So it's getting there slowly but surely. Now I have 4 lives going. Neil McKenzie, 4 lives, man. Yeah, like I was saying that a while ago. There's a lot of people live tonight. I kind of noticed, or at least there was earlier. Yeah, even Scab had a live going. I was thinking of doing a live earlier, but I figured I'd wait, get it going a little later. But it seems like there's a lot of people live still. I tried to make some deals on some bikes today, but nobody is letting me lowball them. Council CO, I take my knife anywhere but court. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I take yeah, I've got a set of knives I just drag around with me everywhere. And in fact, I do cycling, so I always have a small like cycling backpack, and that's where my knives typically live. So yeah, anytime I go somewhere, I got my knives with me, and yeah, rock on with that. What is that? Oh, they're sold out. I wanted to get I found a little patch on Scamazon. It was no knife, no life, or something like that. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's about bedtime for me. Yeah, yeah, it's an odd time. Like I don't know about the weekdays. Like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes people are up. Depends on what shift and what time zone everybody's in. Like yeah, it's well 11 o'clock here, but 8 o'clock on the West Coast or something. 8 9 o'clock. So yeah, it's and then if you start early, people are like if you do 6 7 o'clock live, people on the West Coast are still in work or commuting or something. So counsel on the same way with the firearm, but I live in. Ah, gotcha, chaos. Yeah, it's you can't go wrong with that though. Yeah, yeah, stay strapped, especially in this society. Like everybody's always yeah, you just don't know anymore. It's getting a little sketchy out there. Absolutely. So anybody get any new gear lately? Any new tools, saws, knives, anything like that? I don't know. I've been debating on the what's it called now? The Silky Nada 180. I just got the 240. I think it's absolutely awesome. But yeah, thinking about the 180. Yeah, Justin, what time do you usually get up for work? Like I don't I'm usually like 3 4 hours of sleep if I'm working steady and stuff. Like 3 4 hours. If I sleep in, I get 5 hours of sleep. Like if I go to bed at 11 or 12, I'm up at 4 guaranteed. Yeah, you get up at 6. Yeah, that's half cereal. I thought about selling copper spoons in LA when the vendors run out. They can sell the spoon for a quick fix. um, I guess, man, if selling spoons is your thing, I guess there's a specific demand for those in certain areas for certain reasons. Um, yeah, don't they get that free out there or something? Don't they pass out all that stuff, all of the biohazard sharps and stuff like that? Don't they pass that out somewhere for free? I don't know. I'm, uh, I'm never going down that road, so I'm not overly concerned with it. But I've seen like news and stuff where that's one of the arguments is people are paying tax money so they can distribute stuff out to the junkies. Chaos no so 253. Oh no, it's totally funny, man. I get you. I think it's funny. Um, yeah, yeah. We've all got our own little skits. I'm trying to behave myself for a while on YouTube, but yeah, we go down that road sometimes with Alan's Snack Bar, or some people like to call it the Aloha Snack Bar. We're gonna have a petting zoo there. Um, you can, if you get 10 sandwiches, we'll give you a punch card. You get 10 sandwiches, you get a free ticket to the petting zoo. We're gonna have little piglets and little dogs and stuff you can pet. We're gonna specialize in pulled pork sandwiches. You can get bacon put on it as well. We're also going to do ribs. A lot of pork products though. So, what could possibly go wrong? Neil, sorry, I thought you were in New York. Oh, that L.A. snack bar, but that's probably already taken, Neil. There's got to be an L.A. snack bar. Somebody thought of that. No goat face in the clip, Sammy. Yeah, exactly. So, what's everybody carrying to? I like being consistent. You guys know that. I guess I definitely don't make a great EDC guy because I'm like, well, if it's everyday carry, just carry it every day, and then the problem solved. There's not too much mixing it up. I might switch it out a little bit once in a while, but for the most part, it stays the same. Um, I get you and B&A mixed up. It's been a long day, yeah. Well, and it's a lot easier too when you see people in person. Screen names they tend to, like yeah, you get to know people, but see, yeah, sometimes it blends together and you forget like where people are from and what all that good stuff. So, but yeah, I think the storm messed up our internet. We're having internet problems again. Um, yeah, still carrying the Streamlight ProTech 1AAA, that bad boy right there. And I put the Energizer ion lithium batteries in here, and dude, those things are so light. Yeah, I'll take they cost a lot more, but they last a lot longer, and they're substantially lighter. And they're not as subject to the cold as an alkaline battery. So there's several benefits to them, but with the major con is the price tag, the sticker shock. I forget what 20 something dollars. It's like $1 a battery or something. I don't know. It used to be worse though. What was it? Back in the day, I had a Surefire. It was Surefire M3 Turbo, and it took three 123 batteries. And back then, it was like two for $11. And the crazy part is, the flashlight ran at 700 lumens for 15 minutes. The flashlight cost $1 a minute to run, a little over $1 a minute. Yeah, two batteries at like 10.99 for two. Throwing three batteries in there, and you only get 15 minutes of runtime. Like that's brutal. That really messes with you. Yeah, carrying the Gerber strong arm, man. Someday if I get a video that goes viral or something, I'm buying you a real knife, man. I'm gonna send you a great knife, just so and then see if you still carry that Gerber strong arm. Yeah, I'll send you a Phobos Tier 1 BC. I think you'll scrap that strong arm in a heartbeat. Ryder, welcome to the chat. How are you? How are you? I think one of the biggest things with the strong arm is there's so many knockoffs and they just don't care. Yeah, both Walmart and Amazon just random like they've sold tons of knockoffs. My wife bought me a little mossy oak foldable knife a while back, and it's my everyday carry. Fits in my hand, perfect for comfort, and cheap enough. I couldn't care less what happened to it. And yeah, half cereal there. That's yeah, spot on. Yeah, in fact, I think that's why you should carry two folders. If well, in my opinion, um, yeah, you have your favorite folder, the one that you like to use. You put that in your primary pocket, and then you carry a backup for the random friend that's like, "Hey man, can I borrow a knife?" And you just don't want to like hover over and be like, "What are you gonna do with it?" Yeah, that's another perk to a budget knife is you can carry it in conjunction with your good knife and pass it along to the non-knife friends because some people it's just yeah they could care less. Original Streamlight Stinger with LED upgrade. That's cool, Neil. How long have you had that for then? Has to be a few years because haven't they been running LED for a while now? I think. Yeah, I like the Streamlight lights. I'm not a fan of that. I got the double clutch headlamp or something. Not a fan of that. This thing here, it's all like plasticky and stuff, and it's only got like it's got like two options. You turn it to the left, and it's got this diffuser makes it a flood, and or you turn it the other way, and it makes it a spotlight. It's but there's no like low medium. It is like dual batteries or whatever. It takes one of these things here, or you can put three AAAs in it, which was my attraction to it. Is like, oh, cool. It's got a rechargeable. You can save some money on batteries. But if the battery goes bunk, you can put some AAAs in there. But I don't know why. It's just it doesn't have like a like a low setting for walking around, a higher setting. I like using a higher setting when I'm using it mountain biking, and then a lower setting when I am walking around and stuff. I had a goofy Browning knife as my bush knife for a long time. Ground fog, welcome to the chat. Yeah, and a lot of that stuff works great for years until you break it. Like I said, I've had Gerbers and strong Sogs. The Gerbers I never broke. Fixed blades. I had the LMF and the BMF, and I even had like the Mark II for a while or something. That crazy dagger. I didn't have any problems with those, but it was when I switched over to SOG and the SOG seal knives. Yeah, if you do some hard batoning with it, you're gonna snap those things. I have a Phoenix headlamp I really like. Yeah, I've looked a little bit at the Phoenix headlamps. I've got my eye on the Princeton Tech Viz. It's like one of those RGB ones. Like that's another thing I'd like to have is a red light. That way there, you wake up in the tent, you want to grab something, you don't blind yourself in the process. You can still function afterwards. Rob's knives. My Olight clips to my hats also. Yeah, the double clip system. Streamlight has that as well. Streamlight is actually where I got hooked on it. Yeah, it's got the double clip. You can throw it on the brim of a cap. But yeah, you're right. In fact, the Olight i3T EOS 2, they fixed the pocket clip. Instead of having the pocket clip that clips on and off, and you got to worry about losing it or whatever, the pocket clip's on there. But yeah, the double pocket clip is, I think it's a mandatory. In fact, who's the company? There's one company I was looking at their flashlights, and that was the whole thing. I'm like, how do you not have a double clip on a single cell AAA or AA? It just like I don't know why you would even make one without it now. Yeah, it's just such a smart design. Double clip is strong too. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's an awesome design. Like I said, I don't know how they can make a single cell AA or AAA flashlight without it. Um, oh, I think it was Ace Beam. Yeah, Ace Beam is the one that sells that Terminator. I've been looking at that dual head. It's a laser spot. It's got a floodlight. It's got the RGB, but it's a square deal. Um, yeah, I've been looking at that one for a while. But yeah, I think like $140. It runs off an 18650 battery, which is absolutely perfect. Um, John Winters, hello. How are you doing today? I'm doing awesome, John Winters. How are you doing? We're having a little random social live talking about gear and whatnot. Whatever's clever, whatever comes to mind. Did you survive the storm, or are you one of the lucky ones that was just completely out of the area? So yeah, ground fog. What else? What else have you been up to, man? Besides stalking me lately? I don't know. You, I think maybe ground fog is like an AI robot. That's the only way. Like, dude's awake 24/7. No, I don't. I don't have any case knives. I haven't owned a case knife in probably like 35 years. Like, really sorry. Yeah, yeah. Just something I'm not really all that into. Tired, been shoveling ice all day. Yeah, I'm there too. We got in the vicinity of about 2 feet of snow here in central New Hampshire, and yeah, I shoveled the whole drive. I enjoy it though. I love it. It's absolutely great. Takes a little motivation, a little discipline to get out there, but man, I love a good like long workout. I was out there for like 3 hours the first time, like an hour and a half the second time. Um, we did a little bit more. It wasn't that bad, like maybe an hour. But now I'm gonna go out after this live, do a little cleanup. Clean up after the sidewalk plow and the plow that went by, and I'm gonna dig a little shelf in the side of the snowbank so I can put the recycling there, and instead of being one of the people that puts it out in the road or um, oh, 5 to 6 inches of ice. Yeah, we lucked out on the ice. We got straight up snow. It was too cold here to rain. 10 inches of snow, like yeah, five, like yeah, that real slushy stuff too. I bet that stuff absolutely sucks. Yeah, this wasn't too bad. It wasn't like real wet, heavy snow. We didn't get any serious ice. We didn't have any. Yeah, the lights didn't even flicker. We've had power nonstop, so that's a good thing. Yeah, you lose it, but we've been in the single digits the whole time. I think it went up to like 20 degrees today, but it was like 8 degrees. Like tonight, it's going down to like negative 2 or -4. Pro tip: bullnose your edges. It helps prevent drifting. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, we had a little. Some of the snow drifts were like around 4 feet or so. When it was real cold, we had a real powdery snow, and I went out there thinking, oh, it's only about a foot of snow, and then you find out it's a drift, and you're in, it's 4 feet. You're like shoveling out the top half and then coming back for the bottom half. But yeah, if it wasn't for all the bad things that happened for storms for other people, I'd say bring it on next week. I'm ready to go another round. Like I needed that workout. Um, yeah, so I don't know if you guys and anybody that hasn't been around or whatever. I just got the Silky Kuro, that limited edition deal. It's got the stickers and everything, guys. This is 100% legit. But yeah, I'm a huge Silky. Yeah, number 2039 out of 9400. Like I really wanted to put this in my chest rig, but I'm like I might actually have I might just kind of keep it special if you know what I mean. No, I'm gonna end up using it. The multi tool. This is a Leatherman Wave Plus. Yeah, standard Leatherman Wave Plus. I just threw the pocket clip on there. That's about it. It's all stock. I like the Surge better than this, but this is yeah, two totally different categories for me now. Like I wanted this for my EDC, like on the pavement kind of stuff. I've carried a Surge for years and years, but I figured the Way Plus is like the little brother. It's like the urban companion of the Surge. So now I've got the Surge like permanently in my chest rig for doing outdoor stuff, and the Wave Plus is now my EDC. But yeah, Leatherman Wave Plus. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What does everybody here carry for a multi tool? Not everybody does carry multi tool, but what's everybody's go to preferred multi tool? New Hampshire Mountain Girl, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Woo effing woo. Oh, we're gonna get all riled up now. She's gonna get everybody riled up, and it's okay. I'm good with it. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. I've stopped by a couple of the lives. I actually got notifications and, didn't see you. But yeah, it is good. How are you doing? How are I think you guys got less in northern New Hampshire than we did in central, right? How's the weather up there? Silly goose, I've always carried a Gerber multi-tool. I did too. I love the thing I like about the Gerber multi-tool is yeah, the pliers. I had the one that comes out the end. I don't know how many different versions they've got, but you could just like flick it and boop, you got the pliers going. That was I love that feature about the Gerbers, but um that's good. You're doing good, but yeah, things up there have been. I'd imagine it's been cold. We've been in the negatives down here, so yeah, it must be definitely in the single digits negatives up where you're at. Like yeah, I used to live up that way, and I miss it, but I don't miss it. It was close to some good skiing and hiking. Gorham, I was like a 15-20 minute drive to Pinkham Notch. If you guys got more this storm, but we got more overall. Yeah, yeah, I think yeah, you guys have gotten more overall. We had a couple storms. We got nothing like an inch of snow. It wasn't even worth like dragging the shovel out. That's the same kind of Gerber I had where it comes at the end. Yeah. Yeah, they're great. They're great Gerbers. They really are. They're convenient. I don't think anybody could really make it without saying that was Gerber's design. I don't know anybody else that does that. I know a lot of people are into the Leatherman Free series because it's one handed, but I think out of all the stuff I've ever used, Gerber definitely takes the cake for the one handed opening. The only thing I didn't like is after a while it wears out, and you just pull the thing out of your pocket and it would come out. It would just slide right out. I ended up replacing mine, but I think they were like man, like 35 or $40 or something back in the day. But yeah, great. Yeah. So in my opinion, multi-tool is very essential like an everyday situation, but I know carrying a knife is more for the wild though. I carry a multi tool straight up. I commute with a bicycle. Like I've been cycling now for coming up on 20 years. I quit driving when I was 32, so I'm coming up on 20 years of automobile free. There should be like automobile anonymous. But yeah. So that's I carry a multi tool and some stuff just for that reason. Along with I usually have a cycling specific multi tool. It's got like a spoke wrench and all the a chain brake, all the weird, it's just cycling specific tools. And then I'll carry like a multi tool and other things. We've been in the negative for a week. The weekend was the worst. Got to negative 30. Yeah. And that's the part I don't miss about living up there. Yeah, I forget one time up in like the Gorham Berlin area. The high over the course of like a 3 week period was like negative 12. That was the highest temperature in 3 weeks. And it dropped down to the negative 20s and stuff. And people's cars weren't starting, all that craziness. I do prefer my favorite place to winter is down in the Florida Keys. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Midwestern life is just so cold sometimes. You gotta wonder why people decided to colonize these places. Like, and it like what made anybody think like, oh, this is a great plan? Like, look, it's negative 17 with 35-mile-an-hour winds, snow drifts the size of the house. Yeah, let's permanently stay here. That's genius. I think what is that in the left of the flashlight? It's on the left of the flashlight. It's a Spyderco Sage 5 CF carbon fiber folder. Yep. Well, one of these with a customized blackened pocket clip. Yeah, 2 years ago we got to negative 52 with the high wind chills. That is crazy. I've hit those temperatures, but not under normal circumstances. Wind chill affects. It's also it affects relative wind as well. So if you're in free fall doing 120 miles an hour, it's the equivalent of that wind chill for whatever the current temperature is. And yeah, we've hit like -50, -60. It's actually it's painful. With 120-mile-an-hour wind, um, there was like only a few little spots exposed to skin, and it felt like somebody's putting like hot needles in it. It was crazy. Yeah, that's when I was like, yeah, no more winter jumps in New England for me. That was when way back in the day. You have to do a jump like every 30, 60 days, 90 days, depending on what license level you are. And so when you're the newer you are, the more it's like every 30 days. So we would get together just to do one jump because if you got to go through the recurrency jump, you got to sit through the training class again and do a bunch of dirt dives and then finally go on a check dive, and it's very expensive. So it's just like if you just go and spend your $20 once a month to go jump somewhere, you're good. But yeah, a couple of winter jumps, and I was like, yeah, the plane ticket to Florida is worth it. Yeah, there's a place in Russia that can hit -80. People live there for some reason. Yeah, Rob, that's what I'm. Why, like, why wouldn't you? Why can't you move? Like, at some point, some generation, somebody must have said, like, all right, this is enough. Let's pack up the wagon, get the oxen. I don't know. Maybe they use a couple of bears. It's Russia, you know. Like harness up the bears to the wagon. Let's get out of here. Some huskies, even huskies would be like, no, that's just stupid weather. We're heading south. Yeah, that's what we're asking. Why do they? Why would you stay there? Why would you live there? Why would you not? At some point, somebody had to say, okay, this is just crazy. Huskies won't stay that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like huskies love the cold, but even huskies would be like, no, we're out. We're heading south. Yeah, you just got to wonder why. Like maybe everybody got frozen in the yeah, and can you say that everybody got like brain freeze, and they're like, "Oh, this is great, man. Let's make another snow cone." In New York City, more homeless died this week than ever. Yeah, I was seeing that, and then yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, they even like refused funds and everything just to be spiteful. Yeah, wasn't it something like 7 people like just froze? Like, yeah, that's a horrible thing. Yeah, it's 5 times more than reported. Yeah, you could even say 10 times more than reported, and I'd believe that. I think they're stuck. Oh, you think they're stuck in those cold climates, Rob? Like they couldn't. There's got to be like some springtime something they could, harness up the wagon or just make a run for it. There's got to be. It can't be that cold all the time, like year round. There's got to be like some type of reasonable travel weather that you're accustomed to. Oh, this is the coldest you've ever seen it in New York City? Yeah, I don't. I never stuck around New York for the winter, man. I always went to Florida. Like I've worked out on Long Island, in like East Moriches, um, and I've worked in upstate New York as well, up in Ovid, up in the Finger Lakes region. And yeah, I was like, no, no, I'm going to Florida. In fact, one time I was coming up from Florida, I flew up from, I was in Tampa Bay, and I sat outside in the morning and had breakfast in my boxers because that's the way things are at the airport sometimes. So I sat there having a bowl of cereal and a banana and stuff, sitting in my boxers. Finished getting dressed, jumped on the airplane up to New York. I landed in Ithaca, New York, to go over to Ovid. And about 2 hours later, I'm in the. They have like this big clubhouse with a big picture windows overlooking the landing area and stuff. And I'm looking out there, and the snow's just come inside like this angle. And I'm like, what was I thinking? I should have stayed in Florida for like at least another month. But yeah, the owner of the drop zones, they're like, oh, we need you. You got to put gear and date, and we got safety day, and blah blah blah. You got to be up here. So yeah, I went out of my way, jumped on a plane to get there, and yeah, from comfy Florida boxers weather in the morning to snowing sideways late afternoon. It was crazy. Yeah, 35 years I've never seen this cold. Yeah, it is, man. It's rough. What's up, Gucci gear? Hey, yeah, nothing wrong with a little Gucci gear. Put a little bling bling in your bushcraft. Yeah, in fact, Gucci gear, man, we just got this collectible, highly collectible, extremely collectible, silky Gomboy Kuro. Look at that, numbered, man, number 2039 out of 9400. 240 millimeter bling bling saw. Even came with stickers. It's got stickers for legitimacy. Where did the stickers go? Oh yeah, I kept the box for this bad boy. Here's the box. Woo woo. It's what the cool kids is getting, man. It's got all the informations and technicalities of this thing. We don't care about that though. We're here for the stickers, right? It's got directions. That's the most I'm going to unfold those though, because who reads that crap? We're here for the stickers, right? Gomboy 40th limited edition sticker. It even tells you it's the limited edition sticker with the Gomboy. It doesn't get more limited than that, does it? That is absolutely awesome, right? Then we've got the different silky logos and stuff and what year. 1980, 1988, and 2002. Oh, look at that. They put red in it. That's why it got cool in 2002. That's what made them popular, right? Then we got the 40th edition Gomboy. Look at that. They used the Gomboy to make the little part for the 4 there. And then Outback edition, right? 100% legitimate. Who's down with some Gucci bling bling gear? Off-grid is based. Oh, yeah, you can buy them right from, I don't know where. I don't, Miss Bushcraft bought me this. So she probably ordered it off of Amazon, most likely. But yeah, I would get it quick though, because limited edition, only 9,400 ever to be made. They're not going to make them again. They'll change the color and come out with the 41st edition or something. Yeah, it's the here's what the box looks like even. It's the Gomboy Kuro by Silky. Professional Outback Edition. Woo woo. Yup. Yeah, I'm sure if you look that up. You're welcome. And yeah, it's part of the Outback family. So if you're going to do that, you should go ahead and get one of these too. If you're really going to Gucci it up, right? Get the original Outback edition. Woo woo. That's what the cool kids are doing. See, certified Outback. Another 240 millimeter silky Gomboy. If it was OD green, I'd be very tempted to pick it up. They got to make some OD green stuff. You're absolutely right, Rob. They do have, if you're into a fixed blade one, they've got a Zubot version called the Ultimate, and that's OD in black, like OD in black sheath and everything. I see the Gomboy is good, but have you ever used a Sven saw? No. I've mostly used silky saws and a whole bunch of other crap before it. The Baco Laplander there. I used a couple of geeky Gerber ones. I tried dragging around a big bow saw with me, and then I went back to the Baco Laplander, and then I met a world champ arborist, and we started doing arborist work when we weren't skydiving. Actually, he didn't skydive. He was the pilot. So if the pilot's busy doing arborist work, well, so was I. And that's where I got introduced to silky saws. In fact, the first time I tried a silky saw, I gave away the Baco Laplander, and I've been using silky saws ever since. And doing arborist work, we do some pruning. We do disaster relief stuff as well. I got to use just about every silky saw on the market, including like the pole saws and everything. Along with, we used a lot of steel saws for chainsaws. But oh, don't tell me that. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna sub scared you will get lost. I wouldn't get lost. I'm good at where I'm going. I've been wondering about trying to patina my Gomboy to lose the shine. Man, I think maybe if you have you seen that mustard trick? Um, yeah, you clean the blade off and you rub mustard on it and you let it sit there for like an hour or something, 2 hours, whatever. And then you wash it off and it puts a patina on it. There's a guy doing doing machetes like that, but I'm not sure it's got to be, like which type of steels and everything it works on. But yeah, maybe look into the mustard patina. And it does. It comes out looking pretty good, actually. Well, people lose channels. Oh yeah, yeah, man. People, yeah, I can't keep track of all the stuff I watch. But yeah, definitely, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We definitely appreciate it. And we're a relatively newer channel. We're just getting going. We got tons of work to do, tons of things to do, adventures to be had. Man, this tabletop stuff is going to come to an end at some point. I'm Yeah, if it wasn't for the snowstorm, my cabin fever would be whooping on me. Mustard Machete is a good name, yeah. But yeah, there's a guy, he did like a dozen of them and gave them away to subscribers or members or something on his channel. I'm like, wow, he's already done that. Maybe I'll do something similar someday. If you had a pistol, I'd say it'd have to be a staccato to match the rest of the Gucci gear. No, man, it's Italian, bro. Italian, yeah. Yeah, I roll with Beretta, because isn't that where all the fashion comes from? Italy. What's that big town in Italy where people go and wear goofy looking clothes but call it modern fashion? But it's definitely in Italy, Milan, Italy. So yeah, I'm a Beretta guy. I think Beretta's pretty Gucci. It's from Italy. Huge fan of the 92 F. Actually, the new A4 is banging. And for EDC, I like the 84 FS, kind of a classic. It's like the little brother to the 92 FS. Instead of 9 millimeter, it's 380. Absolutely love it. I've seen Vinegar and a handful of other home brews. Yeah, yeah. It's all very. I guess depends on what type of steel, which makes sense. Um, Man, maybe you could acid etch it or something. I don't know. That's a good question. Man, I'm gonna look into that this week. My uncle carried a Sig P320. Yeah, there's the Sig P320s aren't winning any prizes lately. A lot of people are like, "Come on, I don't know, I don't know. I'm not. I don't want to say anything. I've already upset the knife world enough. I don't want to upset the pew pew world." Um, yeah, I'll say something about the Sig P320. How do you know? What makes you the expert? What it's like nothing. Okay, stop already. Like, yeah. I know that they've had a lot of accidental discharges or unintentional discharges, and there's controversy as to how it actually happened. And I don't know. I'm not a pew pew smith, so I'm not gonna. I picked up an Osborne 940 black. Nice, nice, nice. You have it in hand, or you're waiting for it to show up? That's Hey, new gear. That's beer. Um, is that a fixed blade Stroop knife? Is that I don't know what you mean by, is that a fixed blade Stroop knife? Got it in hand. Nice, nice. How do you like it? I haven't had one of those in hand yet. I wouldn't mind checking one out at some point, but I don't know. Benchmade got a little too rich for me. Um, well, we're talking about Gucci gear here. Gotta love Gucci gear. There's nothing wrong with Gucci gear. I'm addicted to Gucci gear. I figure if something bad can happen to you while you're doing it, you should at least look good while you're doing it. And that's more seasons of rock climbing than I care to count. 27 years of jumping out of airplanes. That's why skydivers always match up their harness container system with their jumpsuits and their shoes and their helmets and everything. Because if you're gonna biff it in, you might as well look good doing it, right? Feels pretty nice. Yeah, shaven sharp. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the quality of Benchmade whatsoever. Nothing at all. I don't know of anybody that's really had problems with them. The only thing is they had that massive price hike. It happened like a couple of years ago, but yeah, like $80 knives went to like $180 knives and stuff. It was I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll break down and get some Benchmades, but yeah, I've got to get some other gear. I've got to get a tarp and a hammock and some stuff like that. So All in due time. Yeah, I ended up dropping 300 on it. Yeah, I don't mind dropping 300 on a knife. I really don't. As long as I'm getting what I pay for, you know? That's the big thing. Like, yeah, if it had like some, El Cheapo plastic scales and it was all loosey goosey and blade wiggle and off center tip and, oh, yeah, like, what am I paying this much for? But yeah, it should come pretty nice. The Chaz, sorry, the brand I was referring to was SK Knives. Oh, they're awesome. The one on top looks like the one I have. Uh, Take a look at it online. Yeah, I will. Yeah, this is a Phobos Tier 1 BC. I do know that some company knocked it off or something at some point. Yeah, this is designed by Eric Hansen at Phobos Knives. But then again, it's a knife. Like, how many different ways can you make a knife? I don't know. I don't know what they put in this flu. Put it as kicking my. Yeah, Rob. I know a few people that got the flu. And yeah, it's whooping them. It's going around for sure. I've been lucky so far. Knock on wood. I'm doing all right. But yeah, Rob, there's a lot of that going around. German Boca originals are way overpriced for the material. Yeah, yeah, and that's collector's value or something, right? Like, yeah, because I've mentioned it quite a few times. There's a maximum you can put into craftsmanship and materials, and beyond that, it's the Gucci tax. It's that's just the way it works. Like, if people are willing, like I had a CRK small Sabenza blah 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 blah, and the MSRP on it was 525. I think it was worth like 225. Yeah, it was like $300 a Gucci tax, in my opinion. I like the auto bokers. The side firing ones need to get one soon. Yeah, I've never been into auto knives. It just seems like more springs and things that can go wrong. So yeah, wool blankets are highly overlooked and underrated. Yeah, ground fog. You're right. They are. I think the problem I have with wool blankets is when you get a good quality one, it weighs so much. Like they weigh like pounds and pounds. Like, if you've got a good quality wool blanket, they're like 4 or 5 pounds. It's the same thing with tarps. Like, you get a wax canvas tarp 10 by 10, the thing weighs like 9 pounds. Um, Versus you can get a nylon one that weighs like 1.7. Yeah, regular German Boker knives are overpriced. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Wool is necessary for cold. That's a little too definite for me. Like, you don't have to have wool, so calling it necessary. There's plenty of synthetics and other things on the market that are really good. Um, but yeah, nylon is a joke for cold. Yeah, hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Um, but yeah, I guess yeah, it doesn't have to be wool though. It could be down. But yeah, I get where you're going with the nylon thing. But to each their own. $325 for a Pendleton wool blanket. She's wild. An old lady insisted on it though. Yeah, I've never had socks better than wool. Yeah, yeah, especially if you get the some good quality merino wool socks. You're right. But sometimes you'll if you're in hot weather or something, other things are just as good. Yeah, and once again to everybody, yeah, I know you're gonna. Yeah, to each their own, my man. To each their own. Yeah, there's nothing absolute. You can say there's nothing better, but that's what works for you doesn't work for everybody. Some things are generally good, but yeah. If I'm in a situation where I need wool, I'm probably going to need skis or a sled to move around. Yeah, you're right, Rob. Yeah. Yeah, if you're in a situation where you're dragging around all that stuff, yeah, skis on a sled and whatnot, but yeah, just buy a bunch of space blankets. What's this channel about? Um, we get into different bushcraft and gear, sewn goods, things like that. Outdoor activities. I do a lot of like camping, hiking, mountain biking. I've been rock climbing, skydiving, whitewater kayaking, whitewater rafting, scuba diving, base jumping. I did R&D and test jumping for wingsuits for like 7 years. So I get heavily into sewn products. Unlike most of the people on YouTube that look at a sewn product and have no clue what they're looking at, they're just looking for a couple loose threads saying this looks good to me. I hold an FAA Master Parachute Riggers rating. I understand sewing unlike anybody else on YouTube. I don't know of another Master Parachute Rigger on YouTube or anybody with my qualifications. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, ground fog. Yeah, it's all mission dependent. What works here doesn't work there, and that's the never ending thing I've noticed with YouTube is geography is a huge game changer. Like what I'm going to carry in the Northeast is substantially different than what I'm going to rock out in the Florida Keys, and those two gear setups are going to be completely different than me going on a mountain biking session out at like Bootleg Canyon in Boulder City, Nevada. So yeah, there's massive variables here. There's no absolutes. There's no like this is the number one kit. Same thing. This is the number one material. It's not true. It just there's so many different things. I'd love to go on an outdoor camping expo, but can't afford anything. I'm on universal credit. So hard to live on watching these videos helps my mental health. Yeah, and that's I used to have tons of gear. I sold most of it. And there's not a lot of work right now for parachute riggers or skydivers. So I decided I would start doing a YouTube channel. And I'm like, whoa, yeah, I've got a lot of things to fix and change before I go off on any adventures. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. Ground fog with a nugget of wisdom. Ground fog's got quite a few nuggets of wisdoms. He's probably got a bucket full. I want to get back into mountain biking. There are amazing trails here in Colorado. Yeah, bikes have gone up crazy expensive. That's what's stopping me. I put a stress fracture in my frame on my Cannondale from years and years of riding it. Actually, about a solid decade of riding it up and down the eastern seaboard, commuting, all that other stuff. When I turned 32, I decided I was going to quit driving automobiles. I was going to go back to doing strictly things that I enjoy, stuff like that. So I gave up the driver's license, built me a custom Cannondale, and I just commuted back and forth to work, which twice a year included a trip from like New York to Florida, and then Florida back up to New York. So yeah, who doesn't love to fish? Um, yeah, exactly, Danny. That's exactly what I'm doing. But I don't even fit into normal society. I've never had a normal job. Yeah, I jumped out of airplanes from 1993 until 2020. Yeah, I started rock climbing when I was like 10, started playing paintball when I think I was like 12, 13. I've never done anything normal, and living the life of a skydiver is completely different. So I kind of think I fit into YouTube to a certain degree. Yeah, even a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work. Yeah, I'll take fishing any day. I recently picked up a GT Aggressor, kind of on the cheap side, but something to get out there with. Yeah, I'm looking for something I can ride distance again. I plan to do at least another ride. I'm in New Hampshire right now. I plan to do another ride to Florida. Probably go all the way to the Key West. I got to call up see if some of my friends are there. Um, yeah, that guy's next level. Oh, what's his name? Ted something. Yeah, Alan something. What's his name? The dude is something Holland. That dude's like a next level solo climber. Like that dude's. I did some solo climbing back in the day. Nothing even remotely like that though. Yeah, you can Google Map it. I could tell you the places I've free soloed, and not nearly the like I could climb hard, but I never free soloed anything like remotely that hard. Like rock climbing goes on a scale like 5 to 515. In my prime, I was like a 512 climber, and my hardest ever free solos were like 5'9", 5'10". That sounds so cool. I'd love to jump out of the plane. Lots of laugh at you, but need the link to buy the gear. Um, sure to me on 196 pounds every 2 weeks. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, he did. He was the first. Yeah, Lynn Hill was the first person to free climb the nose on El Cap, and that dude was the first dude to free solo the nose on El Cap. Yeah, Alex Holland is the name. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yeah, I've got a friend. If you see him diddly bopping around here, Mylar Mick. He's from Ireland. Yeah. Yeah, he gives me a lot of insight to what's going on in Ireland and stuff. But yeah, Ireland's very cool. Yeah, in fact, one of the things I used to do, I used to teach some rock climbing. But skydiving kind of took over my life. Um, so yeah, I just skydiving became my forte. Skydiving and base jumping, and I lived and worked in the sport and everything for well, like 27 years, roughly. So, but yeah, and growing up where I did was a huge opportunity. That's what got me. I grew up on skis. Like I just thought everybody went skiing in the winter. It's what people do, skiing or ice skating. So I think I started skiing when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Just a little local hill in Manchester called McIntyre Ski Resort. And yeah, so I grew up doing tons of outdoor stuff. And in fact, man, I'd be lying if a couple thousand people haven't told me to do YouTube. Like even my tandem students would be like, "Oh, do you post on YouTube?" It's like, no, we definitely don't post on social media. Um, but yeah, a lot of people have told me like when I was riding my bike to and from work, up and down the Eastern Seaboard and stuff. There, I had random people that would stop and talk to me and ask if I ran a vlog or a blog or whatever. And I was like, no, I didn't even know what it was. I had to ask a friend of mine. Um, yeah, and that's a difficulty doing YouTube. I'm just a massive tech tard. I am not like one with technology. It's not my thing. Yeah, I'm waiting for the ice to melt down here so I can do some fishing. You don't get good ice for ice fishing. Ice fishing's a good time. Yeah, I saw a blip of a Red Bull girl stuck on the silver something of I think El Cap. Just hang ten and took 7 to 10 days or something wild. Oh yeah, yeah. Depends on how you do it. Depends on what routes you're doing and everything. Whether you're free climbing or aid climbing. Yeah, I've spent quite a few nights in a portal edge. In fact, I'm gonna do it again. I saw some dude had like millions and millions of views because he camped out on a portal edge. It's like, dude, I was doing that when I was like 16. Like, well, I don't see what the big deal is. Red Bull people are freaking insane. A lot of them used to be my friends. I don't know of many of them anymore, but I've worked. Yeah, if you go back like 10, 15 years ago, I've worked with most of the Red Bull, Jeb Corliss, Justin Shorb, Taya Weiss, Brian Caldwell. I used to do R&D and test jumping wingsuits for Tony Suits in Zephyr Hills, Florida. So like the stuff you see the Red Bull guys doing, up until the Apache X design, which if you want to see that design, if you want to see it flown, Jeb Corliss did a video when it was the Apache X. It became the Apache wingsuit. We did the X thing the same as the military as experimental, but I built the wingsuit that he did the jump. It's called grinding the crack. It's got the like the AWOL Nation song "Sail" on it, but it's on YouTube. The video's on there. It's Jeb Corliss is the base jumper, and the video is called "Grinding the Crack." Really good video. Really, it like the music goes with it and everything. Great video. But yeah, that used to. So that's why like Like when it comes to sewn products, the most complicated thing ever sewn by mankind is the wingsuit. And like I said, I was behind R&D, also a master parachute rigger. So, I like when somebody looks at a backpack and they said it's sewn well, it's like, well, how do you know? And but why I can give a solid answer. I have credentials that I understand sewing, not just like sewing two pieces together, but the structural integrity that goes into different stitch patterns, whether it's a box X or a W or whatever. Grinding the crack, music to match. All right. Yeah, I guess. Wow, that did come across a little odd now that I think about it, huh? Nice catch there, Rob. Were you here when we were trying to talk about saws on a Sunday morning? Well, that conversation went south foul real fast, but it was a good time, and that's the part that matters. Like good times were had by all. So yeah, what else have we got going on? But yeah, awesome song, great video though too though. They did an awesome job on that. So, but yeah, in fact, I don't even drink Red Bull. I drink Monster drinks. And when we were doing the Red Bull wingsuits, they would always come in and bring us cases of Red Bull, and I didn't drink this stuff, so I'd stack it up in the corner of my office, and I would trade it with people for stuff. Yeah, not a fan of the Red Bull beverage, but I mean the stuff they do with sports and everything is awesome. Monster Drink does a lot as well. There's another company I used to be involved with called Go Fast. I don't even know if they're still around. I haven't seen their drinks in years. But Go Fast Energy Drinks used to be another huge promoter. They had a much better color scheme to it, match my bike and match my ride, match my parachute. So of course I'm gonna dig it. Haven't been ice fishing since I was knee high to a grasshopper. Yeah. Yeah, man. No. I've been ice fishing. Like last time I was ice fishing, I was in high school. Yeah, it's been that long. That's the last time I went ice fishing. So like 30 something years, 34, 35 years ago. Red Bull has some good flavors. They're better for currency and food service. Oh, I don't trust ice. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. No, no jokes because somebody's gonna tweak out about that and can't have that again. Um, yeah, it's. I guess you got to know the ice. Like roll the dice. Um, don't guess though. Like there's ways. You can usually contact a local fish and game and stuff. They'll tell you if the ice is safe, and a lot of them have people that go out and test it. But no, I agree. It is sketchy. Even when they tell you it's safe, you're like doing the I'm walking on the ice penguin shuffle out to your ice fishing spot, and then you just hear this giant crack. Oh yeah, that'll kind of tweak you out a little bit. Spud bar, respect the ice. Every day is new. It even changes throughout the day. Palmer Conley, what's happening, man? Palmer Conley with the channel membership. How you doing, little brother? Welcome to the chat. What is you up to this fine day? Man, I must have missed something crazy if you're not doing. Yeah, man. Actually, I just ran across a whole lot of stupid, and anybody with half a brain knows they can't fix stupid. I don't even want to deal with stupid, and I was a witness to some things last weekend where I was like, all right, it's just not worth my time. Like and my channel's crashed completely because of it too. Yeah, I had like people mass unsubscribing and yeah, YouTube basically shadow banned me and wasn't putting my stuff out. So yeah, change a course like somebody else can fight that fight. Squat shot, what's happening, brother? Welcome to the chat. How goes it with you, my man? Not a whole lot going tomorrow to pick up a new tuna rod. Today was more snow cleaning. Yeah, Palmer, I was clearing out some snow. In fact, I'm gonna go out after this live and just finish and dressing it up a little bit. Make sure everything's nice and clean. Nobody's gonna slip. Make sure the stairs are done. I'm gonna build a little shelf in the snowbank too to put the recycling on, so the guy doesn't have to, we don't have to put it in the, like out in the road like most people do. So it'll be off to the side for him. But yeah, I've been going crazy with that stuff. It's the last couple days for me have just been shoveling snow and trying to do some content for YouTube, doing some extra lives, trying to increase the output as best I can. Just done hibernating my birthday away. Yeah, not nothing wrong with that, Squatch. It's your birthday. Hibernate if you want to. Isn't that how the song goes? But yeah, I guess yeah, that's how like a lot of it started. Though I cracked a joke and somebody threw a temper tantrum over it, and it's just kind of like, um, yeah, it just kind of snowballed into more and more and more. And with everything going on, it's kind of hard not to pay attention, and it's easy to fall into a conversation about it, and you just end up upsetting people, and people end up getting butthurt or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, you can't even joke about that stuff anymore, and people are like, pulling their Kool-Aid colored hair out, and their septum ring is like red hot. Have a good night, man. I'm off here. Got to sleep for work. All right. Hey, man, thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, get some sleep before work, and hopefully we catch you on the next one. Typically, we run lives scheduled every Friday nights at 8 p.m. and Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. They usually run 2 to 3 hours, somewheres around there. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Grab some rest. We'll catch you on the next one. Some jigging, but 80% is just trolling. Palmer, I didn't know you was into trolling and stuff. Palmer, did you ever see the Troll Hunting Club patches? I don't know if you knew about these, but we ended up having these made. The Troll Hunting Club FAFO division. F around and find out, right? And then the coveted Troll Sniper tab. For the full bling bling effect. Yeah, keeping it real. Corn fed. Yeah, and we sell them both $20, which includes shipping. We just yeah, anybody that's interested, just send me an email. The email is on the channel page, and then we just do the payment through whatever PayPal or something. Yeah, like 95% of the time we just do PayPal to keep it simple. But yeah, so it comes out to like 5 6 bucks a patch, depending on where we're shipping it. Because I don't know why it costs a fortune to ship out of here. Like everything is like $7.50 to $10 to ship. It's insane. But what could possibly go wrong? But yeah, we also make fire starters. We burned a few hundred fire starters making these. We got the channel there, Bushcraft Rebooted Pyro Pucks, and then they're the cotton rounds with a little accelerant and wax and whatnot, little custom mixture there, and they come six in a tin, and we sell them 2 tins for $20. So we figured a little way to raise some money for the channel. All that Gucci gear doesn't come cheap. The the bling bling bushcraft comes with a price tag. So yeah, everybody just working their week away, doing whatever. Connor's I'm yeah, Palmer Connolly there. Wow. It's I think I'm hitting that sleep deprivation stage where you're like, maybe you should get a couple more hours of sleep there, idiot. I'd love a survival kit, fire starters, tarps, knife, fishing cord, and hooks. Be cool, but only dreaming at this rate. It's all doable, my man. No, Kevin, no Falconer's knife. Sorry, man. I just have Phobos and a couple of Spartan blades and stuff. I don't carry a ton of knives. Not going down that road. But yeah, sorry, my man. Yeah, I don't even know the brand offhand, to be honest with you. Good boy said time for me to hit the sack. Fresh sheets and warm from the dryer. Let's go. All right, Rob. We'll catch you later, man. Get some sleep, and we'll probably catch you on Friday or something. I think that's going to be the next one. Does it just sit about and smoke these days? Need to get back to confidence. Yeah, Rob. You too, man. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging with us. Always appreciate seeing you here, brother. Be well. Have a good one, and enjoy the warm bed. Yeah, most definitely. See you Friday. Then Danny is I just sit about and smoke these days. Need to get back to confidence. Yeah, hey, just start small. Work your way back into it. A lot of times I find it's hard to get motivated to get out and do something, but man, once you're doing it, you always enjoy it. You hard like never regret it. So I think actually I don't even think motivation is the proper word. I think everybody has plenty of motivation. It's the discipline to just be like finalize it. Like I'm gonna go now and get it done. And good times are had by all. Yeah, I think a lot of people make that mistake kind of though. They try to find the motivation to do something. It's really not about the motivation. It's more about the discipline to just take action and make it happen. But yeah, we might actually yeah, I think I might wrap it up early tonight actually, and I think I might do the same thing. I just decided to do a random live. It was for the fun of it. We've been like an hour and 15 minutes or so. So yeah, guys, unless anybody's got any questions or anything like that, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Go finish some shoveling, and I might do that as well. Maybe a warm cup of chocolate, hot chocolate or something, and then I hit the warm sheets. But and I think YouTube's lagging something fierce today, so I'm not sure. Yeah, the cold weather's making a drag. That's true. Yeah, be something to work towards for the upcoming summer. Discipline is king. Things have had a reason. Comfort only achieved from uncomfortable things. Girl, right on, Danny. I hope that helps you. Hey, that's what we're here to do, right? Hey, if I can talk somebody into jumping out of an airplane on a daily basis, I can talk somebody into going camping. That's easy. So yeah, man, hop to get to it. Have some fun, man. Just enjoy it. Go out there with the intentions of having a good time. Make sure you have a good time. Start small, work your way back up to the bigger stuff, and you'll be fine, man. But we'll be here again real soon. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one up. I got a few things to do, little more shoveling to do. Grab myself a snack, and then yeah, I'm gonna go flat and stable. So, but yeah, hey, thanks everybody for hanging out. Definitely appreciate you being here. We're getting the channel back on track, back on course. We're gonna get some things done. So, everybody, yeah, Neil, thanks for hanging out, man. Always a pleasure. Ground Fog, thanks for being here. To our channel members, I mean, our channel, of course, our channel members, but our moderators, Ground Fog, Neil McKenzie, Chaos Theory, Palmer Conley. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks to the moderators for keeping things decent in here. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Good night, all.